boy, was this game just gritty the whole game. Geno Smith probably had his worst game of the season, at least numbers-wise. But the Seahawks made enough plays to beat this Cardinals team because highlight of this game, Cardinals offense is pathetic. I mean, oh my God. Like, I believe in Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray's a franchise quarterback. I think he deserves to be paid. But at some point, I mean, 9 points against the rebuilding Seahawks. I mean, some point there's got to be a raise of concern. Their running game, yes, they're without James Conner, but Eno Benjamin stepped in and played okay. And I know that they get D-Hop back next week, but like, Jesus Christ, dude. Cliff Kingsbury had some terrible calls. Their defense, not very impressive. I did not like what I see for the Cardinals. Now they're 2-4. I think they're already out of the playoff hunt. But this relationship with Cliff Kingsbury and Kyler Murray, I think it needs to come to an end.
It's getting weird.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
It's bad. And now, I mean, Hard Knocks will be fun to watch, but
will it?
I mean, it'll be fun to see I feel like there's got to be some animosity there. I don't know. I don't like what I've seen from them, and everything seems like a struggle for them. And you can I just sense a lot of negative energy there. And I just got Robbie Anderson, so I don't think it's going to get any better.
No, you just got Robbie Anderson, which is like, wow. Yeah, Hollywood Brown goes down. Let's replace him with
Antonio Brown without talent.
Yeah. So there's that. And then D-Hop is coming back, which will be good. You may be able to score 20 points instead of 9, but I've been saying this all year. Everything on offense for the Cardinals just looks hard. There's no rhythm. Kyler Murray doesn't seem like he's on the same page as Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury just seems like he's lost the locker room. You extended Kyler and him a year too early instead of a year where it's like, imagine if you didn't extend either of them and then they coming into this year, and then coaching wise, you would have at least let Cliff Kingsbury going, even if you had to pay Kyler because he was going to walk. You don't pay your coach that early, and now you're going to owe him a ton of money when you have to fire him at the end of this year or probably next year at least. So it's like Kingsbury does not seem like he has that team on the same page, and your defense, it doesn't have enough talent to compete with teams. So it's just like, overall, I've liked what I've seen from Byron Murphy. Budda Baker still played well. So you have some pieces in your secondary. It's just time. It's time to trade them away, rebuild. And if I'm the Cardinals, take some calls on Kyler Murray. Why not? Take some calls.
They would get a haul.
What's the interest?
They would get a haul for Kyler.
What if the Vikings are like, yeah, we'll give you Kirk Cousins for Kyler Murray and a few picks?
They would need to give him a lot of first-round picks.
All right, I'll give you 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and a third and a fourth. And Kirk Cousins. So you get a starting quarterback who's not that much worse than Kyler. Like, the gap, talent-wise, there's a gap. But, like, just quarterback-wise, is there a gap? Not really. But if I'm Minnesota, I'm like, Kevin O'Connell is like, oh, I'll have Dalvin Cook and Kyler Murray who I can put in motion, make him run around the edge. Actually, hopefully, you don't have to run every time, Kyler, but he started the game with a 40-yard run, and I'm like, oh, Kyler's back, and then didn't run again. The rest of the game, I'm like, oh, okay. And then, yeah, it's just like Kyler, he's not going to run this year, which what made him special, and then he's kind of gun shy in the pocket. And he's just too short to be a pocket quarterback. He can't sit in the pocket. He has to get outside of the pocket. He has to run the ball to keep the defense honest, at least. And you can't run the ball with a running back because James Conner was your best guy. He goes down. Then you have a backup. God bless his soul. Didn't know who he was coming into the game and then just played okay. So it's like, no, Cardinals are done. Seahawks get another win. They are now tied for the division lead, so that's going to be interesting. Do you think the Seahawks have an outside shot of stealing the division?
I mean, if the 49ers continue to get banged up, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And if the Rams continue to struggle, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at these teams. I see the Cardinals that are already out of it. They look like a disaster. You got the 49ers who are banged up. 49ers should win the division. Let's just say that ahead of time. And the Rams should be contending for a playoff spot. But the Seahawks, they're playing with house money.
Yeah.
They don't really – there's no pressure on them week to week. They're just playing to play. And honestly, I've been impressed with, first of all, I didn't even mention Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker's first game after Rashard Penny went down, and he had as soon as I saw him run, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, this guy's got it.
This guy's the best running back the Seahawks have had since Marshawn Lynch. This guy is a monster. He's going to be a great addition for the Seahawks for years to come. And I like their offense and their defense. They got some dudes on defense. That corner that they got in the 6th round has been one of the best corners in the league at this point. So love what the Seahawks had. And yeah, I think they have an outside shot.
Yeah, it seems like this is the first draft they've hit on in a while.
Very long time.
So that's interesting to see Pete Carroll kind of hit on a draft where it's like, it seemed like there was no pressure because there was no expectation. So hit on most of his draft picks. Geno Smith is showing that offense does have weapons. DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett are legitimate receivers. That's a great 1-2 punch. So I'm excited to see how Seattle progresses, but we got